If we scroll back to before I was born, there was a consensus among sociologists that religion was declining. As the world became more modern, more scientific, more educated, the world would also become less religious. And this was based on the story of Western Europe, where indeed secularization had been bred out of modernization. But in the time between now and then, we've seen what's been referred to as the large-scale empirical falsification of the secularization hypothesis. Not only has the world not become less religious, but the world actually seems to be becoming more religious. So at the moment, if we look at the best projections from now out to 2060, we see that Christianity will continue to be the world's largest global worldview. Currently, about 31% of the world identifies as Christian. Looks like then it'll be slightly up to 32%. Islam is set to grow quite dramatically from about 25% to 31% in that time to become a very close competitor with Christianity. Hinduism and Buddhism are set to decline slightly 1 or 2%. And the thing that's really shocking to the secular system is that the proportion of people around the world who will say that they don't affiliate with any particular religion is set to decline from 16% to 13%. So the question is, what's going on here? Part of the answer is that people who believe in God seem to have more children than people who don't. So I'm pregnant at the moment with my third child, which puts me on the exact average of birth rate for Christians globally, which is 2.7. And Muslims as well have a substantially larger number of children, also Jews, but people of no religious belief have a lower birth rate. But that's not the whole story. If we look at China, which is currently the global center of atheism, that country is experiencing a rate of growth in the church that is unexpected, unprecedented, and looks set to change the world. So at the moment, America is the country with more Christians than any other country. It looks like that by 2030, that could have switched over to China. There could be more Christians in China than in America by 2030. And that by 2060, one of the leading sociologists of religion for China, a man named Feng Yang, he anticipates that China could be a majority Christian country by then. So if you think about the global implications of that politically and economically, the shift from a communist majority country to a Christian majority country, it's pretty spectacular. And when we go back to that initial secularization hypothesis and re-examine it, we realize that not only was it wrong, but it was a wrong that was founded on a white Western bias, which assumed that where Western Europe led, the rest of the world would follow. And those days are gone.